Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland Reviewer, and I'm here to review Holidate. And this is a new romantic comedy from Netflix that's honestly the #1 film on Netflix right now. And it tries to be a satire on romantic comedies until towards the end it becomes a really stereotypical one. And this film is about two young people, played by Emma Roberts and Luke Bracey, who wind up connecting as holidates. So they don't communicate until it's another holiday comes around, and then they're dates for her family get-togethers or just spending time together. This film, these two characters start out so unlikable. And Emma Roberts and Luke Bracey do a great job of making them unlikable. They're really committed performances, but that's the thing, I didn't really care about them. And they're just so mean-spirited, and I laughed a couple of times throughout this film. And some of them were pretty decent laughs. But then there's so many other lowbrow, there's a laxative gag. I'm like, what is this, Dumb and Dumber? And just so many just dumb, just on the nose, oh, I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to curse in front of kids, and we're going to have kids curse too. And just so many ridiculous things in this film that are really not funny, and there's so many more of them than there are those moments where I did get a decent laugh out of it. And it stinks because Emma Roberts and Luke Bracey have a lot of charisma, and they're using them to be unlikable. And throughout the film, you know exactly where this is going. They're obviously going to catch feelings, and honestly, I started liking Luke Bracey's character a little bit, and Emma Roberts still continued to be a complete jerk throughout the whole entire movie. And especially towards the very end of this becomes such a stereotypical rom-com, and that whole entire spirit of kind of lampooning them goes right out the window, and then you're like, what's the point if you're just going to wind up being exactly what you're making fun of? And it's just, there's a lot of lazy writing, a lot of unlikable characters, and the first 10 minutes of this movie are so rushed and poorly edited and just thrown together with just reckless abandon that I almost I can't watch this. I did get through those 10 minutes and watch the rest of the film, but if you really like rom-coms, raunchy rom-coms too, you'll probably enjoy this quite a bit. It's vaguely harmless. It's still pretty raunchy and obnoxious, and there might be times, especially the very beginning of the film, that you might want to just turn it off, like I did. But I didn't. I continued watching it, and it got better, but still, it's pretty unlikable, really cliched, while also trying to make fun of cliches. And in this particular instance, they can't make that work. It just falls flat. And by the end, you're just of course, this is just an obnoxious romantic comedy, it says it wasn't going to be. And of course it is, because you could see it a million miles away. But in the end, if you're going to be sitting down watching a movie called Holidate, you probably expect what you're going to be getting. So if you're going in thinking oh, I love movies like this, you probably will. If you don't, you're definitely not going to like this one. This one is not going to change your mind. But if you do like the rom-coms, go check it out. And it's on Netflix. It's an hour and 40 minutes. You'll get what you want out of it. But if you're not a fan of rom-coms, don't even go near this one. There's so many other things to watch, especially just so many things on Netflix. So avoid it. But in the end, it got some laughs, and it was some charismatic performances. But in the end, it's just a bit of a mess. But those are my thoughts on Holidate. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.